Occasionally, I do something called the 5-star shout out. I'm not gonna say it because I don't believe in it. I don't believe in. You can't make a. You know what I'm talking about.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good
Welcome to the Side
morning.
Jawn. I'm your host, Dennis Holmes. I am here with the feature, the best. The reality recap is in here to fill in for the chocolate girl. Reality recap, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me again. Good
Yes, yes,
morning,
yes.
everyone.
People were asking about you. They wanted to know where you were at. Um, they loved the show that we had,
Oh, thank
especially
you.
the sexless community, the sexless marriage community. They really wanted to talk and wanted us to go over some things going on. Let's just say that. I didn't know it was such a big sexless marriage community. I didn't know that was a thing.
Me either.
It surprises me what you find out on a daily basis. But this is the new year, 2025, first show of the new year.
Happy New
You know, I
Year.
always Merry New Year to everybody. Merry New Year. I also want to say, people always say New Year, new me. Yeah, New Year, new life. That's all it is. You same old you. You ain't changing nothing. All right, ain't changing nothing. But how was your vacation?
Vacation was good. We was just talking about it. It was cool. The kids is home, winter break. This was my first winter break because they was in daycare before that. So this was a new one for me. So it's been crazy. But I've enjoyed the time with them and with family. And yeah, it was a good vacation. You back to work already. How was yours?
Yes, yes. My vacation was cool. I'm back to work. Still, enjoying things. Had a great time with the family. Always bringing in New Year's with the family. I'm just wondering. Only things I want to do differently this year is to go on more vacation.
I hear
That's it. It's
that.
the only thing I want to do. It's the only thing I want to do different.
I hear
I,
that.
I
Same
really, I
here.
really enjoy going and seeing new places. I really enjoy that.
I hear that. Same here. I would love to keep broadening my horizons. I agree with that. I said for
Yeah,
me, not no announcements, less announcements, more results. So I don't get into the New Year's resolutions and new me. I'm just trying to show up and show
Mm,
out.
I like that one. Less announcements, more results.
That's the
I like that.
motto.
I like that. That's good. I'm gonna steal that. I'm stealing that. I'm stealing that. That was good. I got to take that. Take that. Take that. But besides all that, one thing I do have to say is, like I said, back to the sexless community, we have a recap. I usually don't get recaps. I think it's because I'm with you. And now I done got a recap. Reality recap is here. I done got a recap to our sexless community letter. This is first, you know what I mean? Shout out to the person that wrote the letter. Let me just say that, and to the recap that you done gave me on the letter. Okay,
Oh Lord, she cursing me out. Is they cursing me out? We'll see.
it's not a cuss out. She actually enjoyed what you were saying. She said she laughed out so hard on what you said. But here's her recap. She said the guy's not on any medications, so that ain't got nothing to do with him with his whole sexual performance. She said him cheating, she don't know. She said he uses stress as a reason not to be intimate. Oral, he only wants to receive. He ain't giving up nothing. Been on vacation and still failed the assignment. So they ain't put on the glass. Let's get that out the way. They didn't put on the glass. He don't want none of that ass. That's what I'm starting to know. He refuses therapy. She also says that she think it might be time to move on. What are your thoughts, Ness?
Pretty much everything that I had already said. Like you gave them you gave the benefit of the doubt with this whole medication. Like, cool.
I tried.
You tried, but
I
and
tried.
then to not receive any oral, you just the only one giving it. Stress is not an excuse. Like that's that's a stress reliever.
It is.
So it's like I already said. What are we doing? Why
What
aren't
we
you
doing?
cheating? Why aren't you leaving? Because again,
What
but
are you doing?
was there anything as far as the recap? Because what we did talk about was there a safe space created to talk about what the issues are and why there is no sex happening? We still don't know that piece, but if he's letting you know it's stress, that to me that doesn't fly. There's somebody else. I truly believe that. There's someone else. I do.
At this point, with the recap, I'm gonna have to agree with you. Anytime, as a woman, as women out there are going through stuff like this, anytime that you are neglected completely like this, it's time to get away and get you some happiness. And I'm not just gonna say that for women, men too. If you are neglected completely, and you keep trying and trying and trying, there's no results. You got to get away and get your own
Mhm.
happiness, even if that means you going to go be lonely. Because you being lonely is probably happier than you laying next to a roommate every day.
Agreed. And there's nothing wrong with being alone. Like I've just
Nothing.
never been one of those women that I have to be in a relationship. Like every time I've been single, it's been a hell of a time. Like I'm an only child. Maybe that's why. But being alone doesn't really phase me. I'm not That's how love finds you. I don't believe in going out and searching for it. Just float through life, enjoy, and it will come to you. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with being alone because you basically are alone. If you haven't had sex in 3 years and y'all going on vacation and ain't putting it on the glass or nothing like that, you already alone.
You're already alone. Yeah.
Yeah.
You honestly the Walking Dead. Anybody worried about you? Anybody worried about that? You basically a ghost in your house. You don't even know it because it's not a home. It's a house. Just want to let you know that's not a home.
Brandon said, what did Brandon say? You never alone. Jesus always with you. That's right. Walk
Yeah,
with
Jesus
me,
is
Lord.
always with you. You're right about that. But in your relationship, this investment that you put into this time, this you're forever person, and I want to be with you for the rest of my life. And I really, all of that you talking, man, you better go find you some happiness. Life is short.
Too
I ain't sitting
short.
here stressing about maybe I could make them come back. Listen, you got a certain period of time for some things to work out. If it don't work out within that time and you tried everything that's possible for you to try, you said you tried therapy and he don't want to do it, obviously he don't want to be with you.
Right. Hi,
That's it.
Toria. Hi, Marie. Thank you for checking in.
Yes, thank y'all for checking in. We're here talking
Yeah.
about sex with marriage. Y'all just checking in.
I totally agree. It's time for her or he, whoever wrote the letter to, I'm assuming it her because she's talking about the husband, but it's time to move on. If you tried everything, 3 years is way too much time. You doing
Yes,
a bid on the outside. It's time. It's time to go.
time to go. It was all right. You know what I mean? It was fun while it lasted. Sometimes y'all probably gonna be the best of friends after this, but y'all are not meant to be intimate. That's all it is.
Yeah, and the children are grown, right? Isn't that weird? The
Children
children
grown.
grown. Yeah, you good. Go
Children
on and
grown.
have
You about
fun.
to you about to get your groove back.
Yeah, they say the
Somebody.
first time you marry, the first time for love, the second time for money, and the last time you marry for you. You just get to marry whoever you want to marry that makes you happy, or you don't have to get married again. Just enjoy
Who
life.
going through 3 marriages? What the whoa? Who said this? Like yo, what?
I guess that's housewives rules. That's what I heard.
Man, I'm not. Listen, I've been married. Man, let me just get on. I've been married. I am now single. Let me just say. I'm gonna say it in the words I've been saying. I am now lonely. All right. I am now lonely. I've been married. I'm not doing this shit 2 more times. You got me fucked up.
So
All
you've
right.
been married. You've been married once.
I've been married once.
Okay, I've been married twice. I got married when I was younger. I got married at 24, 25. And it was no rodeo. Hey June. Yeah, like I got married when I was around 25. We just weren't much I'll put myself in it because I ain't gonna place all the blame, but we just weren't in
No,
a mature place to be married. He ain't want to come home. He wanted to be out all night cheating and all this foolishness. And I've always like I don't people see me and think that, oh, she's probably wanting somebody for that has money or yada yada yada. I've always been able to sustain and keep myself. I'm a cat bitch by myself. And I always had my daddy and my granddaddy. So what you see, I'm a spoiled girl. But it was I've always put myself in predicaments or in relationships where I can always get myself out. Like I'm not in something where the man is always just solely taking care of me. So that's what it was. It was like it wasn't working out. And I just got out before we had children or started mingling funds and all of that. I was married. I was probably separated longer than married. The separation and divorce was a
right.
longer period than the actual marriage. Like it just
Yes, it
didn't
is.
work out.
Yes, it
And
is.
like I told you, when you was talking about
Now
that
what?
macaroni and cheese, when I got divorced, when we got separated, I ain't never seen his mama again. I don't want to see his mama and nobody else from his family or him. Everybody's cut the fuck off.
I don't. Let me just say this in my defense. I've been doing podcasting since I was married, and then got separated and been lonely since then. Um, I'm gonna say this though. I don't have a problem with no family members from my ex because I knew the rules going in. See, that's the thing that everybody try to make it seem like, oh, they family. No, 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 no. You're an outlaw. You're not an in-law. You're an outlaw.
I like that.
You need to know that from the beginning. It's always blood first. Always. So don't even go in there thinking that all this and that. It's always blood first. But I got no issues with none of them. If I see him in the street, happy to see him. Happy to see anybody. Why? Because I'm not sitting here stressing about, oh, I just seen my ex cousin. I'm not doing no dumb shit like that.
I ain't stressing
Man,
there's
like,
no beef, but
I ain't talking about you. I ain't talking about you
no
exactly. I'm just saying,
relationship now.
stressing no shit like, listen, I always listen. Always listen. I still consider them fans. I ain't telling you I'm sitting there immediately calling them for no information. I ain't doing nothing like that. That just ain't me. So, but if somebody called me and said, Joe, I need your advice on such and such, I'm right there to help. I'm willing to help.
Yeah, no, they're all blocked.
I ain't necessarily, I'm not doing that either. I ain't blocking nobody. I'm not blocking. I ain't blocking nobody.
My
I
block
got
list.
all my exes on social media.
Nope,
All of
my
them. I
block.
see from time to time.
No.
They'll from time to time they'll go look at my stuff. I see it.
No, everybody's blocked. My block list
Yeah,
is very, very long. Everybody's blocked. Nope. Mm-mm.
yeah. I'm just telling. It's always blood first. You got to know that you're an outlaw. You're not an in-law. You're an outlaw. You got to know that from the door. Stop thinking that, oh, his mom called me all the time to go do this, do that. Listen, let me let you know the secret. Mom know how to play that game. You the girlfriend that's gonna do this. He got another girlfriend that's gonna do that. He got an ex that she going on vacation with. Okay, mom know how to play the game. All right, just letting
I
you
can
know.
believe that. I
And if
can believe
mom don't
that.
ever call you by your name, then she been playing the game for a long time. If she sit there and say, hey boo, how you doing? Looking good. I'm glad my son found somebody for him. She say, you know how to say all that buttering up shit to you. Know exactly what to do. All right. Mom know how to play the game. If they do not call you by your name, just know.
I ain't got nothing to do with that. I've never been into, oh, I gotta woo your mom to get to you because your mama ain't doing what I could do. So I ain't gotta be best friends with the mother. That's just not how I roll. I'm good.
I hear that. You only got beef if they liked you. They didn't like you. It's cool. I ain't worried about if they like me or not. Listen, I know. At the end of the day, I know. It is what it is. I got no beef with none of them though. I see them all the time. I see it on their social media. They might say something. I may say something back. I ain't gonna say nothing negative. I haven't said anything negative about my marriage on none of these shows. I always blame myself.
That's noble of you. What you do? What did you blame on yourself? I want to know.
I should have been. I always say I should have been more communicative. My communication issue was poor.
Poor communication.
My communication was poor, and it should have been better. Maybe I'll get another wife. Maybe.
So you are open to marriage again? Not 3 times, but you open to it again?
I'm open. I'm open to marriage again. I'm not open to having no more kids though.
Brandon said you still don't communicate.
Yeah, he ain't lying. Let's see. He said that's why I get fired all the time. Technically, I'm fired now. To be honest with you, but I'm still on the show. How y'all doing? That's
Oh, but
all I'm
that's
saying.
good.
Let's
You're open to it again.
but
That's
you was sitting here and you was talking about you was sitting here you was talking about people who went to their ex's house and stuff like that, or how they blend in families. We got a situation here. All right, we got a situation. This right here, right? This right here. Mother goes viral for buying the outside child different pajamas than the rest of the family.
Now let me add to that because the mother of the child in the different pajamas, she showed up in the comments and she said that she sent her son with them for Christmas and she sent them with those pajamas, just like pajamas for him to wear, but she wasn't aware that they were going to be doing a full-on photo shoot. So she just sent them as like his play around pajamas. You can kind of tell they're a little short at the leg. They don't look, they look like they're, a little bit young. But the mother sent him with those pajamas, not aware that there was going to be a full-on matching pajama photo shoot, is what she said in the comments.
I'm calling BS. I'm calling BS because they knew they was taking that family photo. You should have had some pajamas for that boy. I'm calling BS on the whole family dynamic. The real
It's no
mom,
his
stepmom, and
biological.
the dad. And
So you
all
think
of them.
the
I'm
real
calling
mom
BS.
knew? You think she knew that
Yes,
they were taking
yeah,
those
I'm calling BS
photos?
on her too. Yes. The communication should have been better. Yes, I'm calling BS on her. You now
Now,
part of the family. You need to start doing your part of the family. Well, yeah, I'm
now,
calling BS on her. Everybody always want to sit around and make it seem like, oh, well, that wasn't they fault, and they need to communicate. I'm calling on all of them. Real mom, stepmom, dad. Everybody's at fault. Hell, y'all taking this photo for? He's sitting in there looking like the black sheep.
And Latoria said that the pajamas that they had was sold out. She is correct. Those are some Target pajamas, and the matching family pajamas sell out quick. But I don't. Do I think that the stepmom, when she brought the pajamas for everyone else, they might have been in stock then, and why she didn't buy them for this child is beyond me. But that's why I told you, D. I told you last time. That's why I don't date nobody with other kids, because I'm petty like that. They
Yeah,
be
well,
sitting in some
but
other
see how you,
pajamas. I don't do it.
petty. You told us you petty. You would have dressed him as the black sheep.
Yeah.
That is fucked up.
That's
That
why I
is so.
don't date anybody. That's why I've never dated anybody with children. Because
Listen,
I
I'm
saw
here
that
to.
and I died laughing. Like I know I'm the most unserious person. Like I get it. He's a child, he's innocent, yada yada yada, all those morals and things. But when I saw it, I died laughing because I know that's something I would do.
Yes,
That's
she did.
why
Yes,
I
she did.
don't date nobody with children. That's why I wouldn't date
Yes, she
nobody with
did.
children.
She did say F them kids. Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
So
She is definitely part of the team. She feels how I feel about them kids. Fuck them kids. I'm just here to say the matching pajama set situations. Obviously, y'all saying that they sell out fast.
they
Next year,
do.
when y'all take this picture, you should have your matching pajama set by September and a little bit bigger because you can always roll up some stuff.
Right after Halloween, you
I,
should be buying matching pajamas because I had my whole family, and then they go on
no, not right
sale.
after Halloween. By September, after Halloween, they're gonna sell out.
No,
You
they
need
not.
a lot of stuff. Listen, me, Ness. A lot of stuff need to be bought in September. Food for the holidays need to be bought in September, put in the deep freezer. Ain't nobody gonna keep running back and forth to the store. All right, we tired of that. I'm here. I think of this might be a little pissed off section right here. Ness, I'm gonna have to let you know. Some stuff need to be bought in September. A lot of stuff need to be bought after you done bought the kids' school clothes and everything. Around that end of September time, once you done got the flow of things, then listen, let me start getting my stuff I need. Certain special things. I like one thing I always had a problem with is pie crust. Now they got pie crust out there, but it be BS pie crust. That little thin ass BS pie crust. Now you gotta be in the house making real. I ain't making no pie crust. Go out, get you the pie crust you need, put it in the deep freezer. All right. I'm gonna tell you another thing that's hard to buy. Don't try to buy no goddamn black eyed peas
for
in
New Year's.
December. Yeah, for New Year's, not in December. Hey, what the hell? No more black eyed peas around.
I had the hardest time finding collard greens for
See,
Thanksgiving. I
see what I
had the
mean?
hardest time. I had to go all over the world to get some collard greens. Now, I agree
I'm
with
just
what Latoria is saying too about this whole family photo. She says that it's all on the dad. I would agree that the dad should coordinate that and make sure that
what?
I'm sure he was well aware that they were taking the pictures. Clearly, it's his son with another woman. We know that because the mom popped up. It's not like it's her son with another guy. So you should coordinate. I agree with that. The father should coordinate and make sure his son has pajamas. I would agree with that.
Let's hold up. Let's look at this picture one more time. I want to see his face. Yeah, he should have did a better job. Yeah, you're right. He's smiling like the Joker. You might be right. He should have did a better job. He's smiling. I just want to see his face. Son, you always could tell how the dad felt by the face on the picture. You ever want to know what's going on in a relationship? Check the faces on the picture. If they both ain't smiling, if one of them look like they got a smile that they going through a stroke, that's because shit ain't right.
Oh my God.
You ever see the people that be looking like they got them stroke pictures? They don't really know how to smile. They don't.
Yeah.
You like shit ain't right. A smile tell you everything. Shit ain't right. You need to be smiling like the joke.
So I'm gonna go with that, right? I think the father should have coordinated and made sure that his son had pajamas. If they were
Y'all just gonna
sold
throw it.
out,
You just gonna throw it on him, huh?
Yep.
As if
And
she ain't bought the pajamas for the other two kids.
when
Because
she
women
bought the
love Target.
pajamas,
So that's why y'all said that immediately. We went to Target. So you couldn't just buy the other one. You know, you bought the 1T and the 2T, but you couldn't go buy the 5T.
5Ts be hard to find. I ain't gonna hold you, but I just feel like I don't know. It would have. Where's the communication? Right? We talked about communication. I just know if I'm getting the pajamas, I always show it to my husband and say, "Hey, these are the ones I'm gonna get this year." Da 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 da. If there was any other children, then that would be the time to coordinate and say, "All right, my son's gonna be here. He wear a 5T. Make sure he
Right.
have a pair too."
No, you already know his size. This ain't your first time buying something from him. You already know his size.
Well, I guess you should. I don't know. I don't do this
Yeah,
side baby
you know
stuff.
his size. The everybody should know his size. You know his size. What I don't understand is now the real mom sent him with them little ass pajamas on last year fucking pajamas. That's the see. Here's the thing that I'm starting to notice. See, you got to her face. This is why I blame all of them. This is exactly why I blame all of them.
Look, they look a little young
Because she
around
didn't
the
think to go even go to Target. It don't even look like she go to Target. Then she didn't think to go to Target to go get some new goddamn pajamas for.
Yeah, those are not Target.
Now
That
you
wasn't
know
what
that's the
she wanted.
holiday thing. Holidays. Oh, on Christmas we go take pictures in our pajamas. Everybody does it, but me. But everybody does it.
And that's what she said in the car. She said she just sent them with them as like his little play pajamas, like not for photos. So that's why I
Yeah.
said they looked a little young around the ankle. They was real high up. So I could tell they wasn't brand new pajamas.
All right. Well, let's get to some more family. Let's get to some more family. All right. Let's get to some more family. Man, here's another one, man. My man Jalen Ramsey in the bed with all his daughters, and they put middle fingers up. And Miami CPS, Child Protective Services, if you did not know what that is, was called because he put middle fingers up, taking a picture with his daughters. And just want to put that out there, all right? I'm
Bad
trying to
look.
figure out why was Child Protective Services called.
Because he's in the public eye. Do you know how many people get CPS called on them? How many different Cardi B, they've been to her house multiple times, influencers that have their children in their videos. I think it's terrible that CPS could be called so freely. And they even in the video with Cardi B, when they were called on her, they were saying how they have to investigate every call that they get. So in the public eye, it's just sad. Like you just for anything they could be called, but on the other side, that's a bad look for you to be a public figure, a football player. Like, why would you have your young children in your pictures with the middle fingers stuck up? I personally I ain't even in the public eye, and I wouldn't do that with my kids. But
It's a bad look for him to do it with his kids. I understand that. But for you to call CPS on him, it's terrible. It's terrible. And
that's
meanwhile,
time.
here's the thing that pissed me off, right? You call CPS on him, but you won't call CPS on your next door neighbor that got the little girls buried in the basement.
I agree.
But you think
That's
it's
what I'm
cool to call
saying.
CPS. I'm not saying that's what happened, but I'm just saying those are the type of situations that do be happening.
Yeah,
Like, come on, why? But listen, let's use CPS for reasons that need to be used for CPS. All right,
right.
child is neglected and always hungry. All right, somebody need to look into the situation. But if they with their parents putting up middle fingers, then they just with their parents putting up middle fingers. I ain't saying that is right that they all putting up middle fingers and chilling in the bed. Not saying that is right. But they're with their dad. That's all I'm saying. They're with their
Yeah.
dad. They're not neglected. They don't look hungry. They don't look homeless. None of that.
It's just weird, like the time people invest in people they've never met and probably will never meet to take the time to call CPS. And then I get CPS, they have to investigate it, but you should also be providing some type of proof that there's something going on, like you said, of neglect or something like that, for them to actually act on it. And this picture is proof of what? Like you said, there's no proof of neglect, abuse, anything. So it was just, but
Yeah.
it
Just don't
happens
like the
more
word.
often than you think for celebrities where Child Protective Services is called. I see that a lot. They need to
Sick
make a
world we
law
live
or something. Those who's calling it's not founded, it's a bad look. Right. That part. Or there should be repercussions for people that call falsely accusing of something. Then maybe that will help stop it as well.
in. I mean, they
I
do
agree with
that. They do that on the. If you call the police too many times about some dumb issues, they put you on the block list or the blacklist or something like that.
Then when you need 911, they ain't there for you.
Yeah,
You dead out in the street.
yeah. Well, you shouldn't be calling for the BS.
Yeah. Yep.
You shouldn't be a Karen out there calling for the BS. Somebody got a lemonade stand. What the fuck? We got other issues going on in the world, and this is what we are calling people for? Like, really?
Right.
This shit got to stop. It got to stop.
I agree. What team did he play for again? What did it say? It just said
He played for the Miami Dolphins. He the starting corner.
that's right.
He almost a Hall of Famer. He keep playing like he playing. He gonna be a Hall of Famer. I think he's Hall of Fame ish now, but you know that NFL Hall of Fame, they'd be going by too much stuff. This phone call might get him set back from the NFL Hall of Fame. Let me get that out of the way.
In that picture. Yes, when you have to think about those type of things when you're in the limelight for sure.
Yeah, but he's definitely a great player. Um, what did you say? Maybe people calling. Maybe people are calling now because back then people wasn't. Look at all the kids that was touched and doing Disney and other shows. Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah.
That whole Disney thing, I understand, but ain't nobody calling them either. Like,
Yeah.
they wait to do a show on it so they can get more money.
Yeah. I just specifically with this, I don't see what that picture like what do you call and say to CPS when you see this picture? Like what do you say to get them to investigate it? I saw a picture online and he had everybody's middle fingers up. Like, what do you say that they'd be like, let me get right on this?
Well, they can say it's inappropriate because he in the bed with no shirt on with these little girls and they got middle fingers up, not knowing that that's his daughters and he got all those daughters. And I think one son. I think that's what it is. Not yeah.
Mm.
They don't know. They don't know that. They just know it's inappropriate. He in there with the kids with no shirt on. That's child pornography. What is he doing in the bed like that? You know.
So I guess that's the kind of story they made up.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Oh, you got a Ravens fan.
Oh shit! I got two Ravens fans. Here we go. Oh shit! Here we go.
Don't get started. She said Hall of Famer, not. Mm-mm.
He's a Hall of Famer. Lead the Ravens side of it. This ain't got nothing to do with the Ravens, and it don't got to do with the team he on. It got to do with his play. His play of the game. That's all. Now look at this boy. He's excited now. That's what I'll be talking about. Meanwhile, I ain't talking about no sports. Y'all got that. I ain't arguing with you, Ravens fan. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Not doing it at all. Nope. I'm gonna get to the next subject. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's let's get into it. Here we go. Oh, I gotta read them. Gotta take the comments out to read the comments. All right. Drea reacts to the photo of Mariah Carey and Anderson .Paak holding hands with your selective asses.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'll let you tell the story.
Now, Drea was under a lot of fire some months back because of her current, I'm assuming they still together, but her boyfriend and of her child's father of her newest child because of their age gap. I am not a basketball fan. What's his name, Dennis? What
His
is
name
Drea?
is that's my guy, Jalen. What is Jalen last name? Jalen. I keep thinking his name is Monroe. It's not Monroe. Jalen Green. Jalen
Jalen
Green.
Green. Jalen
Jalen.
Green. And she was under a lot of fire because of the age gap between them, her getting pregnant by them. Of course, I think he came into a large contract. She was called the gold digger, all of those things. Now we see this new relationship developing, which they haven't confirmed that they're in a relationship. We just see Mariah Carey and Anderson Paak. They've been on a lot of, I ain't even gonna call it a date, but they've been out a lot together, holding hands, coming out of dinner, and they are pegged to be a new couple. And there's an age gap in between them as well. And Drea was upset that Mariah Carey didn't receive the same backlash as Drea did with her relationship and her age gap. Now, what I've heard the people saying on the internet, what I've read is although there is an age gap between Anderson and Mariah, Anderson is more in his mid 30s or
30,
so
30s, yeah.
versus Jalen being in his early
20s. He's
20s.
22 years. 22
Right.
years old.
So let's talk about it. Does it make a difference, even though there is an age gap between each couple? Does it make more sense for Mariah Carey, or is it more acceptable for Mariah Carey because Anderson Paak is in his 30s versus Jalen in his 20s?
I would say, well, the way they put it together, they saying that Drea didn't have no money, so that's why she went with a young guy because she knew he was going to get an inspiring. He was inspiring to get a big contract, which he did get a big contract, and that's why she went out and got pregnant by him and got with the young guy. That's what people were saying. Whereas though Mariah has her own money and doesn't need him for that, she just was out with the young guy having a good time. I think is Dre is looked at as the gold digger, cougar. Mariah Carey's looked at as the spicy cougar. You know what I mean? Trying to just throw that cat. You know what I'm saying? So that's that's what it's looked at. You got the gold digger cougar and the spicy cougar. They both cougars though. So I see where Dre is saying I should be getting this. She should be getting the same treatment I was getting as a cougar. Yeah, but you were the gold digging cougar. You ain't just out here just doing 22-year-olds broke. You ain't doing no broke 22-year-olds. And y'all not even together no more.
So Dre is 39 and he was 22. So that's a 17-year gap. And then they're
Right.
saying Anderson Paak is what, 38 and Mariah is what, 55?
55.
Mm-hmm.
That's that. Yeah, that's that spicy cougar. Because she around that age there where they be messing with the young guys.
But
Around like
why
from
do we
40, around like
now?
46 to plus, they love them younger guys. They don't want no older guys because they say the older guys don't want to have sex all the time, and their sex levels have went way up now, so they want it all the time. So they go after the younger men.
And they lived through me on Instagram said the same thing. Said the issue is Drea looks like she's trying to get up, and Mariah the one with the money. Now my thing is, let's look at now. Drea is not broke. Why do we say that? Like, why do we think that Drea doesn't have her own money? She's had a very successful swim line that she's had for years. She has Mint Swim. She's an influencer. Now, I'm not saying she got Mariah Carey money or even Jalen's money, but she she was well established. She was already living in Hollywood. Now I do see some back and forth about her being in a home by her ex-boyfriend that he's trying to evict her from the
Ty-
house.
Tyrod Taylor, I
But
was about to say that. Now, if that
but
never came up, I would agree with everything you saying. But this whole eviction from the house situation, bruh, no. No.
That's a whole nother conversation as to why would Jalen even want her in that house? Why isn't he getting her own house? Or she can have her own house herself. She had a house before she moved into this one in Hollywood. So it seems more like there's some type of back and forth with just I ain't gonna say morals, but she's standing on some type of business. I don't know, but she's not a broke person. Like she wasn't still back in Philly where she's from, and like she had her own self established. I've even seen at Jalen's games, similar to Kim Kardashian when she did her collaboration with the NBA, and they had the name Skims on the court, and she all of that. I've seen where she's been at Jalen Games and they have men's swim on all of the seats. So I listen, like I said, she don't have Mariah Carey money, but she ain't down bad either. But you don't agree with none of that because she's still in that man's house.
I ain't say that. All I'm trying to say is I didn't know she was from Philly. Let me get that part out of it. I did not know she was from Philly. I had
Yeah,
no idea.
she used to dance out there.
I
Hey,
missed that.
Summer's Finest. Thank you for checking in. Thank you. Yeah, she
I
used to be a
missed that.
dancer
Were you
out there.
dancing? Were you just dancing?
That's what she was doing out there. But when she first came on Basketball Wives, she was coming from Philly. She already had a child, she was known for dating around the league. They was, treating her like she was one of them, a groupie. But yeah, she's from Philly.
Yeah, I had no idea. I had no idea she was from Philly. That doesn't change my outlook on what I think she should be doing and who she should be dating and what she should be worried about. That's what I'm gonna say. I would like to say that, and Dre looks very good. Let's not get that out there. Dre looks good, but I don't understand the whole thing with the house. The house situation throws me off. That's the one that throws me off. Maybe she got good memories in that house. I don't know, but the whole house situation throws me off.
Well, let's talk about that. He bought the house for her, allegedly. And now that they're
Allegedly.
not together, he wants her to move out. But it seems like, Latoria, let me know what you know about this. But it seems like because it was gifted to her, she doesn't feel she has to move out. Now, personally, would I want to stay in a house purchased by another man when I'm with a new man and have a child with him? No. That new man should be saying, why you even, we not going back and forth. Why you in the public with this nasty eviction? Let me get you a house, boo. Because clearly he can. And also, like I said, she can get her own house. So I don't know. Summer's Finest said, who name is the house at? I believe it's in the dude name.
It's in his name.
Yeah. And he's been trying to evict her for some time now. But that's what it says. Like she's worth like several $1,000,000 herself. She's
Yeah, well,
not.
that Google net worth stuff is really conflicting. I see some people with their
It's
net worth.
never accurate. Yeah, it's not accurate, but it does say like thanks to her successful ventures and investments, her swimwear line that I told you about, Mint Swim, has been a significant contributor to her wealth, along with she's done some acting roles, she has endorsements. It also says she has real estate investments. So why she
Right.
can't
So
go
why?
stay at one of the properties?
I don't know what's up with that. I need to see this house because I want to know what's up with this house that you just can't leave this house.
What's his name? Because I know nothing about
Tyrod
basketball.
Taylor is his name. Tyrod Taylor.
Is he basketball or is he football?
He's a football player.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Or maybe she just felt like, he told her he loved her that much that she deserves the house. Maybe so. Some people believe that, she owned her Denzel. I'm leaving here with something. I'm leaving here with something. You ain't just about to do me all willy nilly. I'm leaving here with something.
And on Instagram, someone's trying to say if it was a gift, he could have paid for it and put it in her name. So was it
Man,
really a gift or a loan?
nobody give you that. It's a loaner. It's a loaner. Every time I come back to LA, I'm making sure I come get some of that cat while you in my house. But now you got
Okay.
pregnant with this other guy and you stopped giving up that cat. So you need to get out this house.
And Live Through Me said, and he said he said he would sell her the house and went back on his word. They had a contract. She allegedly put money into the house. There we go. I knew my
Yeah.
lawyer would come through. Thanks, Live Through Me.
Oh snap! Look at you. She got the lawyers on the show. Wow. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. I'm just, I'm just trying to make. You got lawyers on the show.
It's a $3 million LA home. Okay. But yeah, I just personally, at the end of the day, I wouldn't want to, if I've moved on, and it seems like even if they had a contract where he was going to sell it to her and he changed his mind or something like that, and she put money in the house, I could see you having some type of court battle on the money you've put into the house. But I personally, if I've moved on, I don't know if her and Jalen are still together. It seems that way because she's been
Sound like she got the
afforded,
baby mom because he got another baby mama.
and the baby was born around the same time as hers, right? But she still
Same
was
time.
sticking beside him. She was still sticking beside him after that. I could just, I don't know.
Because she know the
I could
rules.
tell
That's
by her
all.
Christmas gifts that they still messing around. She got some real good Christmas gifts, y'all. Did y'all see that YSL big white fur bag? I just think based on her Christmas gifts and the clothes and stuff that she wearing, they still messing
That's,
around.
that's some good cat. That's, that's some good cat.
So I just wouldn't want, if I moved on, if I've had a child with someone else, and I don't know, I like my men a little crazy too. I want a man that don't even want, like, why you still in this dude house? Like, let me get you up out of there and put you over here. Like I like them a little crazy like that. So that's weird to me that he hasn't stepped in this battle. Maybe he has on the back end and we don't know. Maybe he paying the lawyer fees. I don't know. But I just like my men a little crazy. Like, I don't want you. You my girl now. We got a kid together. Like, why would I want my kid in this house? Y'all going back and forth. So I need you a little crazy. Move me up out of there.
There we go.
Look at Dennis' face.
There we go. Now we got it. Look what you got to do for the cat. Why must I be like that? Why must I chase the cat? None but dog in me.
So this topic leaves a good question. Prenup. If you have assets before being with someone, would you make them sign a prenup? Can prenup be used in just relationship instead of marriages? I don't know. Live Through Me. Can you have a prenup in a relationship, or it has to be marriage? I'm assuming you can have some type of agreement going
I ain't never no agreement
into
in
a
no
relationship.
relationship. What's yours is yours and what's mine is mine.
If we both have assets, do I agree with a prenup? I just think it makes things cleaner and easier. It's not always about
The
someone
prenups ain't
taking
always clean
you.
cut either. You could
Right.
go. You get the right lawyer. Hopefully, is the one that's on your show. But you get the right lawyer, the one that's in your Instagram. They can cut through a prenup now.
Yeah. I just
You just
think,
gotta. Honestly, you just gotta have some stuff in your mama name. Real.
and in your kids' names, that part.
Yeah. Nah, y'all might got
But
kids together, so you can't do
yeah,
that. So you gotta have it in your mama.
it's not a prenup. You have no obligation. You don't need one. I mean, yeah, for me, if we both have large assets, we're coming into it. I could see a prenup and a discussion making things easier when you have to do a divorce instead of it being you're getting divorced and now you have to go through who's getting this, who's doing. If you have it done up front, it just makes it cleaner. But that doesn't mean I'm going to walk away with nothing. Like, you have to kind of work that out. If I was high profile and had a whole lot of money, yes, I would want to protect myself. I wanted to make sure that it was fair for the both of us. I'm gonna look out for me, but I'm not trying to take you for everything that you got. And on the vice versa, if I'm coming into something and the man has all this money, we could do a prenup, but it's gonna have to say in that prenup that I get something. If you bring me into this lifestyle and you think you're gonna kick me out when we ain't together no more, nah, you're gonna have to. The prenup has to have something favorable for me in it. That's the way it is. That's how I feel
Okay.
about it.
I'm gonna have to agree to that. I have to agree to that. I have to agree to that. Me, since they can slice through them prenups, I'm putting it in my mama name. Just go ahead, but get a whole bank account in my mama name, throw some money on it.
I'm putting it in my kids' names.
Yeah, I put
It's
in my daughter's name too. Put in my daughter's name.
And Summer's Finest says she been getting money too long for her not to have her own place. That's what I'm confused
I
about.
said
Summer's
that,
Finest. She had a house. She had a house in LA that she was fixing up, that she was doing before she got with this dude. Like, I don't know what's
it ain't
going
better than that
on.
house. It ain't better than that house.
But she had a house. That's why it doesn't make any sense to me.
And it wasn't better than that area. You know when you start to now see that's the thing. You know when you start to move to a new area and now you adapt to that area and you start to like you ain't leaving the house. You ain't leaving the
Yeah.
house.
And Live Through
You're
Me
not
says
leaving.
prenups are only when married and y'all are combining assets. But if y'all are dating, you can't touch my shit.
I like her. I like her. Tell her she gotta come on the show. She gotta come on the show. We got lawyer questions. She gotta come on the show. I like her.
Okay, well, good to know. But we'll see how this plays out. Like I said, I don't know if she's with Jalen. Given her Christmas gifts, I think they're still together. She got some great Christmas gifts. So kudos for her. But I just don't understand why he hasn't moved her out that house, why she don't get her own house. And then you fight on the back end about what you put into the house. Sell it and say you deserve a portion of it or something like that. Cause
That's it.
he ain't staying there at all. So figure it
Well,
out.
let's get to the next. Let's get to the next one. Let's get to the next one.
Okay.
This is the next one right here. Now, matter of fact, we're just gonna do the next one. All right. OnlyFans model exposes NFL player Jeremy Reeves after he proposes to his girlfriend yesterday. Well, this was actually a couple weeks ago, but
Last week, yeah.
well, you know what I mean.
Great game. That was a great game in overtime that they won
That's what you're
against the
gonna time
Falcons.
out, time out. That's what you're gonna start with. That was a great game. That's how
It
you're gonna
was
start. Wait, hold. Yeah, hold up. That's how you gonna start this. That was a great game. That's how we gonna
it
start this.
was
I need
it
some
was
women to comment on this. Where we at? I need some comments on this here. All right, where are we at here with this?
yeah,
What are we doing here?
I think it was a great game to see two young rookie quarterbacks go head to head. It was exciting in overtime. I enjoyed the game very much.
I call bullshit. That's what I call. I call bull. Remember that game you used to play in the cards? I call bullshit. I call bullshit. What is going on here? Listen,
Great
let me
game.
let you know something right now. To all the rest of you OnlyFans models or sex trafficking workers or whatever y'all are out there, once you are paid for something, all right? Because we don't have to pay you. Let's get that out the way. But once you are paid for something, you ain't supposed to tell nobody but God. All right. Obviously, I paid for the secret, not the coochie, the secret. Let's get that out the way. That's
Did
why
he
I
make
was
her?
willing to pay you whatever your price is because it comes with the secret.
Did he make her sign an NDA? No,
I ain't signed
apparently
no damn.
not.
I paid for the secret. I flew you out for the secret. This
I
is why
think
I
it was
see,
a great
and
game.
then see, I'll tell you like this, Nessa. This is exactly why that other football player ran out on them girls. Why? Y'all don't keep no secrets. That's the problem. We pay for secrets. Get that out of the way. We pay for secrets.
Well,
Tricking is a secret.
I'm gonna be honest. When before the OnlyFans model came out with her story, I was. I'm not gonna say I get upset, when I see black players with white women, but I see it more often. So it kind of just went over my head like, okay, he proposed. I always wonder why, like when I see Jamar Gibbs, St. Brown, this guy, everyone's fiance or girlfriend is white. And I wonder why. I do.
Well,
I'm
St. Brown's
curious.
girlfriend is super light skinned.
Mm-mm. I don't know. Let me, from what
She
I
was on
saw,
what you call 'em? She was I watched. She was on the TV show The Receiver. Matter of fact, his family stole the show. St. Brown family stole the show.
I just don't. I wonder why. Is she super light skinned?
She's super light skinned.
Look at this
Now the
girl.
dad. Now only reason why the dad didn't like her because he knew that his. I seen her.
Hmm.
I
Is she
seen her.
mixed? Is she mixed? That's not just no super light skinned girl. She's mixed with something.
Well, listen.
So
How you know there ain't no black in
I always wonder, even when I see celebrities who have a baby mother before they got famous versus the baby mother or the woman they're with after they get money. And there's always a huge difference in what they look like, how they act. So I always just wonder. It's just a question of mine, not hating on anybody, to each their own. But I just always wonder, um, why do they really feel like if they didn't have the money, would these women be with them? Um, what's the rapper that recently was killed? What's his name? Is it
Wow.
P
Really? Yeah.
P Rock or something like that?
Oh, P&B Rock.
PNB Rock. His baby
Yeah,
mother,
he
his
from.
first baby mother has been going viral, telling her side of the story. And she looks nothing like the baby mother that he had after he got money. It's like night and day when you see his baby mother. So I just always wonder, like, why the switch up once you get money? So when I saw that, I ain't gonna lie, I
Well,
just kind of was like, okay.
well, I can't speak on P&B Rock because he is from Philly, but I don't know none of his baby mamas personally, so I couldn't tell you that. On St. Brown, from what they said in the TV show, The Receiver, they've been together since high school.
Okay.
That's what I could say. They said they've been together since high school. So, um, like I said, I really don't know on what the switch up is, but I know once they start hanging in those certain circles, there's only those certain type of women that's there.
Okay.
That's why everybody keep recycling the Kim Kardashian. That's why
Like,
all
look,
these girls went out.
this is his baby mother before money, right? That's his baby
Okay,
mother before money. And then I'm gonna show you his after money. Can you see her?
yeah, I can see.
So that's what I'm saying. Night and day. So it always just begs the question. And I get it, like maybe, they go to college and I don't know what happens or the neighborhood they live in growing up, but it always leaves me with that question of the switch up after they glow up. Just my thoughts. So when I saw that, totally off subject, but when I saw the proposal, it was like, oh, another one with a white fiance. I just wonder. I
Cat
know we
Williams
get
did say
pegged
that.
as the angry black women, and like I said, I didn't look at it and get angry or upset. It's so like the norm, and I just wonder why the switch up. That's all. But
I
back
can
to your
understand that.
question.
I can understand the switch up. I don't know too many black uh superstars that don't have a super light skinned girlfriend.
Hmm. And Live Through Me said, he says, some of them have said that their black girlfriends, like when in college, want shoes and bags, but the white women never ask for stuff and buy them things. Hmm, okay.
That's part of the game. I wouldn't know. I ain't buying no bags. I bought shoes. I ain't buying no bags.
So yeah, I mean that was the first thing that came to my mind. Besides, it was a good game. Was the proposal? Now back to back to the woman that came out. I clearly looked at it. I laughed, of course, because I'm so unserious. I thought it was hilarious. And to be a fly on the wall when this engaged woman saw this come out, I wonder how she handled it. What did she think? Because I don't know how that culture would handle something like that. I just know how mine would. But I just simply thought she was doing it for clout. I just simply thought that she was taking the opportunity to grow her following, put him on Front Street. I would have never known who this OnlyFans model or woman was if it wasn't for her blasting him like
Doing
that.
that.
For me,
Right.
it was for clout. I'm sure she wasn't in the running to be married to him. That I'm sure he was never going to propose to her nor ever in a relationship. For me, it was basically about clout. And I don't understand. Summer's Finest is saying the same thing I was about to say. I don't understand why she wouldn't stay quiet. If she wants shoes and bags, since per Live Through Me, that's all us black women want is shoes and bags. She done messed that up. I don't get
Well,
why.
I don't
No.
think it's just I don't think it's just shoes and bags, but now I know if I'm out there and I'm looking for an OnlyFans model, I'm not looking at her because I know you ain't gonna keep the secret.
That's why I feel like she messed her own bag up.
Now you done messed it down. Now you the next football player you gonna get, he gonna run out on you like the last bull did the mother two girls.
They better come with them NDAs. You gotta
She
sign this
might mess
before you
it.
lay down.
She look like the type she would mess an NDA up. Is the lawyer still on there? What happened if you don't agree to an NDA? If you
Or
sign an NDA and then you don't do what the NDA said.
I think he's still on there. Live Through Me. If you don't sign the NDA, or better yet, you sign the NDA and you break it. Cause say he did have her sign it and she went out. What happens? I think he
Yeah,
gets like
what happened?
sued, can he?
You suing her?
You can. Even if she ain't got
Man, they
no
ain't got
money.
no damn money. That's a waste of paper. What?
Yeah. And how do you think that his fiance took that? Did she just
She
brush
probably
it off? Did
she
she
probably took that.
investigate?
Honestly, at this point, he got to come out and tell her the truth. Because I already know what she gonna do now because she took that picture telling us we had a good time.
Ooh.
So I
So
already
his
know what's
book
next.
already
She
spoke.
about to let that picture go. You got
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think she signed no NDA. But go ahead.
And that's what he said. If she did sign an NDA and she's now telling he could sue her. And it's not even about suing somebody to get money. At that point, they gonna have lawyer fees, they gonna owe you, like you can
That's
probably
nothing. Now to people
it's
who
gonna
are
just be
already
their
broke,
life hell.
for them to go into debt and more broke, that means nothing to them.
Well, I guess all her little OnlyFans subscription money gonna be going to him if he decides to pursue it. If he did have her sign an NDA. But at this point, it was for clout. I'm sure her following grew after that, and probably her OnlyFans subscription grew
That
after
is,
that.
hey, Tori, that is true. If he does sue, that's to mean she telling the truth.
Mm,
Yeah,
good point,
yeah,
Toria. Good point.
that's a
That
good
means
point.
he's telling the truth. So I guess he's not
Yeah,
gonna sue, even if he did. But she had proof. She had receipts, didn't she?
she got that picture that she just put the big blue heart on there saying we had a good time.
Yikes.
Yeah, I know what they need to have a drink where you
And
can
Live
cut
Through Me
people
said,
phones.
and if he was to sue her and she don't have no money, Live Through Me said she could just file for bankruptcy and then she'll be out of trouble, I guess, out of debt.
Come on, man. Now all that was for nothing.
Loophole.
All that was for nothing, man. That's exactly what I said. We pay for secrets. That's why they say it ain't tricking if you ain't got it.
But yeah, I would have never knew who she was. So clearly it was for the clout overall. But I just to be a fly on the wall and understand how
I
his
need, I
fiance
need.
handled that. You go from being at your height of happiness on cloud nine. He's proposing to you in front of millions of fans after a game changer. They win this great game. They're off to the playoffs. I personally felt like he was too young and his career it seemed like his career is just starting. It's going to be way more models out there. I personally don't think he should be getting married or engaged at this time anyway, because like he going to need a catcher's mitt to get all that cat getting thrown at him. So I
Boy,
didn't
cat.
even real. I don't even know why he's getting
You
engaged,
got a fair,
but
got a fair catch, cat.
so for me it was just like, why is he even doing this to begin with? But yeah, I just want to be a fly on the wall on how she handled it, because I don't have any white girlfriends to know. But apparently, from what the conversation has always been about, like, the angry black woman and the white woman always being so calm and supportive and all of that. I just wonder how she handled going from being on a cloud nine to quickly this only fan model coming out and saying this. I just want to know how she handled it. Hey,
Yeah.
Bravo, babe. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, I just wonder
Shit.
how you think she handled it. Y'all let me know in the comments.
I have no idea. But we're gonna get to this last one before we go into our commercial break. Let me get to this last one because this has been a big issue everywhere. You live together. The rent is $1,500 a month. Utilities is $350. How much should the man pay? Now, those type of bills right there, right at my alley. Because I can spend about $2,000 on bills. That's what I spend now. $2,000 on bills a month. And that ain't bad. But the whole thing that men want to know is, if we paying $2,000 a month, are we receiving peace and happiness?
Hmm.
That's what they want to know.
Well, let me go by saying I wish I ain't had a rent that was $1,500, especially now up here in Jersey, in decades since I had a rent that low to begin with. Like, that would be a dream. I will say, I do come from a line of men that took care of all the bills. My father and my grandfather, they took care of all the bills. My grandmother worked and my mom worked, but they were able to keep that money for themselves. Everything for the home or bills was paid out of, they had control over the accounts they paid and upkeep of the home out of their money is what that's what I come from. But things are different now. Inflation, like I said, I wish I had a $1,500 rent. Like that's unheard of, especially now we have a mortgage. So mortgage, daycare prices is out of control. Hell, my two kids in daycare was more than our mortgage, to be
Damn.
honest. So having two kids in daycare for 4 years was a lot. So I personally, what I
What was
love
daycare?
is
What was daycare hitting you for a week just for one child?
it was for a month. We was paying 2,500 a month for both kids to be in daycare.
Damn. What that come
Yeah.
with?
They got breakfast, they got lunch, and a snack. They were in there Monday through Friday from 8 to 5:30 or 6 o'clock. They could be. I usually got them out before then. And was it the best thing I could do for them? Early child development. Yes, they were learning Spanish, sign language, learning to read. Like it was amazing for their early development. Is why we really did it, because we both were working. We couldn't have them home full time. We had to figure it out. But I would love to be in a position where my husband paid the bills. I'm from that culture of the husband pays the bill, the wife is home, she's cooking, she's cleaning, she's providing what you said, a great home to come home to, all of that. That's how I would like things to be. Not That's not my scenario right now. We both work, we both have to put in towards these bills, but I would love to be in that position of I didn't have to work. I could stay home. I could focus on my podcast. Hell, I could go back to school. There's still degrees that I want. And I would be okay with cooking, cleaning all by myself, doing those things if I was home on my own. The Bravo Bay said, my family dynamic is that way. Hubs pays the bills and I take care of everything at home. To be you, Bravo babe. To
Yeah.
be you.
Shout out to Bravo Babe over there, man. You know what I mean? Living a good life.
Yeah.
Living that good life. But Bravo Babe over there probably making biscuits from scratch at 4 in the morning. You understand me? That's the type of shit I'm
Bravo
talking
babe,
about. You know what I mean?
you making biscuits from scratch. I heard that. I would love that life. Like Summer's Finest also said, I feel like if the guy pays the house bills, the woman should take care of the kids' food, house, and upkeep. Agreed with you. I
Agreed.
agree.
Because a woman makes a house a home. All right? I want to make sure I'm letting y'all know that. Because it's just a bachelor pad if the man live there by himself. A
Yeah.
woman makes a house a home. I ain't gonna lie to you. Got my first spot. I ain't know nothing about having no area rug or you know what I mean. I ain't even want to dine on the table. I wanted a pool table on my dining room. Just letting you
I don't
know.
even care. Like I would love that scenario. It's just things are so expensive right now. Like the kids, they're out of daycare, but they're in private school now. But it's like I would truly love that scenario. I really, really would.
But I'm not here to tell y'all that I do not. I do agree with 50-50 because the bills are so high now. That 50-50 has to be an option. So,
Bravo babe said, yeah, she make bread. She making homemade bread and everything. I
damn.
know that's right. Go, Bravo babe. I would love to be you.
I hear that.
But yeah, I mean, that would be a great scenario. And I hear men say that a lot, like, oh, women leave so quickly now. They're not like grandma, and grandma would stay through it. Cause I ain't gonna lie, even my grandmother and my grandfather was terrible. Like he was such a cheater. But he was
So
a
your
truck
grandpa was a
driver.
Rolling Stone?
Listen, he ain't never bring no kids back home. Ain't nobody never disrespect my grandmother. None of that happened. But he was a truck driver. He was on the road. He was a long
So
distance
how you
truck
know he was a
driver.
cheater?
Come on, like I remember my grandmother found a receipt one time that he had bought a washing machine for another woman, and she called the woman. That's how she found out. Like
Oh my god.
later on in life, after my grandmother passed, one of my closest friends that I met later on in life that we're still close to this day, he was messing with her aunt. Like when my grandfather passed and when he was in the hospital, like the women were coming and mad because the other woman was there. Like he was a player till the day he died. You hear me? But my grandmother was always well taken care of. You know what I mean? Like brought all her cars, took care of her. She was on all the vacations, doing whatever she want. And that's the difference. I say all that to say, like, when men these days, they be saying like, oh, well, grandma back in the day, she didn't leave just because he was cheating. They worked it out. You're not doing what granddaddy was doing. That's what I
No,
want you to realize. Like, if you're not keeping
grandpa
me,
got a lot to do.
if you're not taking care of me, if I'm not, like, you're not doing any of that. So shut up. Like, don't tell me what grandma was doing if you ain't doing what granddaddy was doing. Okay? That's all.
My grandpa, I used to watch my grandpa. He get his check. He worked like maybe 3, 4 days in a week. He get his check. He go cash his check and come back to the house. Check might have been $987, right? All right. So he sit out, he counting the money. I'm thinking he counting the money because he got to count it out for bills and stuff. This fool counted all that money, put $37 in his pocket, and gave $950 to my grandma every week faithfully. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the? I'm just like stuck. Like, what, you just gave all your the fuck?
Yeah.
All your money to your wife? Like, I'm just like, I ain't built like that.
Yeah,
I'm
it
just like,
went straight into the bank account. And like, if there was any repairs or upkeep needed on the house, she would make sure that was taken care of. Groceries
right.
always in the house, cooking every single
Oh,
day, cooking every
yeah,
holiday, like house spotless and clean all the time. Like, yeah,
yeah,
I would
yeah.
love
That
that.
was my grandma. That was my grandmother. My grandmother did all that, and I used to. And then me. I'm one of them. I gotta ask. I'm one of the people I gotta ask. I just had to ask. Girl, why you give you all this money? I just need to know why you give you all this money. Took me a couple years to ask. I found out she was like, "Well, this is what happened when we first got this house. We used to have problems with the house, like because we had oil heat and the pipes froze.
Mhm.
So me and the kids had to go stay at my dad's house, which is my great grandfather. But my grandpa and my great grandfather didn't get along like that. Like they was cordial, they ain't get along like that. So my grandpa wasn't going to my great grandfather. So he stayed at the house until he got the pipes, unfroze and everything. He stayed there. Then they changed from oil heat to regular heat. This is all in the 70s. Then they went and he had a problem because he was a bricklayer and they don't work that much during the winter. So from March to November, he would make sure he had made enough money that they would make it through the winter. And that's why he always gave her all the money because they had that trust factor. That
Yeah.
communication and that type of trust factor is what I noticed. And then it wasn't like, oh, he ain't just, as if, I understood what 50 Cent was talking about when he was like, his grandma was pimping his grandpa because he gave her the whole check. I understood what he was talking about, but when my grandmother broke it down to me, I fully understood what the whole situation was and how they communicate and everything they did. I understood what marriage was when she broke that down to me.
Right. And it was never like, I've never heard, because my great grandmother, my grandmother, my mother, it was all the same. And none of them never had conversations like they run it, they taking their money. Yeah. Like it was always mutual respect. It was always just, it goes in, pays the bill. It never came up as an argument of holding it over their head or making them feel less than because they're
Nope,
giving their money.
never.
It was the culture and the environment. My great grandmother lived till she was 99 years old and never had a driver's license. My great grandfather drove her everywhere she needed to
Yeah,
go. He took great care of her, and they just in turn did the same thing.
right. My great
I
grandmother lived to
I would love
95.
to have that. I would love to have that.
Yeah, my great grandmother lived to like 95. My great grandfather died before I was born on my dad's side. On my mom's side, my great grandparents was there until about 2002. They both passed away like 2 years away from each other.
Yeah. On my father's
Yeah.
side, I was fortunate enough to have my great grandparents. I think my great grandfather, he passed when I was like in my early like 9, 10, somewhere around there. But my great grandmother, she was here well into my 20s. So
Oh
I
yeah.
yeah, they were around. So it just I would love that. And what I love about my husband is if we get to that point, because he's getting his photography business off the ground. If we get to that point where he's able to support everything, I know he will. And I will happily sit here and do my podcast, go get some degrees, and take care of this house. So I'm waiting and praying for the day.
It's coming. It's coming. I'm telling you, it's coming. You'll see. It's coming.
Appreciate that.
I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for him.
Yes, we just had our 6-year anniversary on the 30th, our 6-year marriage anniversary.
You
Why did
got
we get
married
married?
the day before New Year's Eve?
We did. We did. We did. And I did not have the first marriage had a big
Come on. Wait a minute.
wedding.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Time on. Time on. Time. And your birthday is in December too?
I told you, didn't we talk about that fourth quarter crunch is a
I,
motherfucker? Is a motherfucker. I
yo,
tried to tell you. That fourth quarter, he's
I
stressed
listen.
out.
You might
He
have to
is
tell me this
stressed.
3 more times because every time I hear this, it's just like, boy, he broke his shit.
Yeah, I
Like,
told you. He be stressed as hell. Like, it's my daughter's birthday is in November. Her birthday is November 5th. Then my father's is the 24th of November. Then we have Thanksgiving. Then my birthday on December 11th. Then we have Christmas for the kids. And then right after that is our wedding anniversary. So I told you that fourth quarter crunch ain't no joke. Okay.
listen,
Thank you,
congratulations
Toria.
on y'all
Yeah.
anniversary.
Yeah.
Um, I ain't gonna lie. When I was married during the anniversary, listening to that Tony anniversary, it's a good feeling. I ain't gonna lie, that was a good feeling.
You gonna get
That
married
song,
again.
I don't know about all that, but listen, that's I ain't saying I ain't. I'm just
We're gonna take
I
the
ain't just
Side
listen.
Jawn
You ain't
show. We're gonna take this show, and one day we're gonna have some eligible women come up here, some single women, and we're gonna do a dating show for D. That's what I want to do. Yeah.
yeah. I hear that. And I'll be willing to do it. I'll be willing to do it. But
We're
at
gonna
this
work
point,
on that.
you ain't just gonna throw me no cat, and I'm throwing you a ring. That ain't what we doing. I'm just letting you know that.
It take
I'm
more
going
than
fair.
a cat.
That's gonna take more than a cat. I'm a fair catch some cat though. Don't get that out of the way. I'm a fair catch some cat. It's gonna take more than some cat.
We still waiting for the honey pack review. I'm still waiting for the honey pack review.
Yes, the honey pack review with the cat. Even though wait a minute. On a further note, even though my cousin told me don't take it, it ain't gonna work for you. And I was like, well, why you say that? He was like, because I took it and it ain't work.
He
He
took
said
the
I
whole
had that.
pack.
He took the whole pack. He said he had that one nut, went right out, went right to sleep. My cousin told me that. So I said I thought the pack was supposed to keep you going. Like I thought that's what the pack was supposed to. I said no, the honey pack don't work, man.
I already told you, like sexual enhancements from the gas station is insane. Like that is
Yeah,
crazy.
listen. And if you knew, a matter of fact, I'm telling you, the I got the video of the gas station situation, like the whole like the honey packs that they got over there, the black ants, the all the sexual performance enhancement drugs. I got a video of all that.
Summer's Finest said honey packs do not work. I guess you had a man that tried it and ain't do nothing, ain't work. Do
Yeah,
women
you
take
gotta
it
let me
too?
know. Some finance. How does this thing go? Like you gave him the honey pack and said, "Big, try this." Like, come on, you might have to come on the show and explain this honey pack situation. Because I just need to know. Like,
Is
because
it
if
for
I'm just
women
drinking
too?
honey for no reason for to put in my tea, then this ain't gonna be a good situation.
Can women take it too?
Now I was told they can.
Hmm.
I don't know what more performance y'all need to put up. That's what I'm still trying to find out. Y'all fucking undefeated. The fuck, how much more fucking undefeated y'all trying to be?
Oh, she took it. She said she said yes, they have one for women too. She said she was like bottoms up and nothing happened.
I'm gonna tell you one thing though. You know what? I'm gonna take it with the liquid IV. See if that make it work better.
Okay. See if that get it flowing through the blood veins a little bit quicker.
I ain't gonna lie. The liquid IV do have me going.
Really? I drink those, but more so to be able to take a whole bunch of shots. But I ain't know it help you in that.
I take them this one right here. I know I
Okay.
ain't getting sponsored by these motherfuckers, but yeah. And
Yeah.
I got the powder too.
Wow. Oh, she said she
Honey
didn't take
from
it. He
honey from
did.
who state? Toria, honey from who state?
From Jersey? Honey from Jersey? Well, this ain't your regular honey, Toria. This is supposed to be some type of enhancement honey that they sell at our gas stations that the men be talking about. But and Summer's Finest said she didn't take it. He took it and ain't nothing happened. She said the best thing is liquor for better performance.
That's what I thought. My
It,
dad's
a
number
Henny
one
B.
line is my dad takes Tanqueray. He calls it liquid Viagra. That's what he'll say. Hey man, go in that liquor store, give me a bottle of liquid Viagra. And then this is how he'll send me to the liquor store. Go get me the bottle of liquid Viagra and 2 bottles of wine. Like, what kind of wine? 2020. I said that's Mad Dog 20. That ain't no damn wine.
That's wine.
He said it's wine. He said that's what it is. It's wine.
Well, we still waiting for the review because I think it probably works different on different ways, different people. I don't think everybody has the same reaction to it. So we gonna get this dating show together. We're gonna work on that, and we gonna get this honey pack review.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see the review. I'll be the eligible bachelor.
Okay. You heard that, ladies. Bachelor. So ladies that are watching, y'all gonna help me if y'all see some eligible women, for them, put them in my DMs so we can get this dating show together.
I heard it here first.
Hey.
And don't be just out here throwing cat. You gotta have a personality too.
That's right. Gotta have something going for yourself, right?
Toria said make it like a balloon pop. I might pop a lot. Toria, I might pop a lot of balloons, Toria. You do what? No, nigga, no. Next. No, nigga, no. No, nigga, no. Like,
I like that, Victoria. Definitely.
You think you should be married in the next 90 days? No. Go ahead and marry yourself. So ain't worried about it.
I love that, Victoria. Yes. We could get up to 10 people on here and make sure everybody got a balloon. I love that. That is such a good idea. I'm on it.
Well, we'll be right back after these sponsors.
Oh, look at that. See, Victoria said you have one thing that women like. You can make them laugh.
That's what I'm talking about, Tori. You see? And you just met me. You know what I mean? Wait till you really get to know me. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, we do have a lot. We do have 2 letters. We do have 2 letters.
Okay.
Do have 2 letters. One of them. Time. Let's go to the first.
Name my girlfriend of 4 years told the cops that my drugs were hers. She did the time for me. I thought the judge would be lenient because she didn't have a record. Nope. She received 2 years in prison and lost her job. I visited her twice, but the ride to the prison was too long and I met someone else. I don't accept her prison calls, but I replied to her letters. She's getting released in August and expects to come back to her apartment. The landlord let me renew the lease in my name due to the circumstances, and I've been paying rent.
Damn.
But my new girlfriend is pregnant and stays with me. I told my girlfriend that Renee died when we first hooked up. So she's been wearing Renee's clothes as well.
He didn't do anything right.
How to fix things with my girlfriend when Renee returns. How to gently let Renee know she's been replaced and her apartment is mine.
He don't fuck with Renee at all.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What is Renee in jail for? Because what is Renee in jail for?
No, Renee's in jail because she
she took the time. She going right back.
Took the business. She
going right back.
Murder was the case that she gave. You know what I mean?
Live through me said he better. Live through me said he better fake his own death now.
The fact that you still in the apartment, you should have just left the apartment.
Renee going back to jail for first-degree murder.
She's expecting to come back to her apartment. She come back to her apartment as a pregnant woman there with her clothes on.
This is what I say. Lesson learned, women, especially Toria, you know, because that's one of my shows I told you about this. We watch Life After Lockup, Love During Lockup, with, these women support these men. No man is waiting for a woman to get out. Yeah, we see some losers on the show that can't get a woman, so they find one in jail and they wait for them to come home. You always have to ask yourself before you do a bid with a dude, would he do that bid with you? If it was the shoe was on the other foot, would he do that with you? Because clearly not. Ain't no man. Dennis, are you gonna wait for a woman to do a bid with her and not mess with no other woman out here? Are you doing that?
Let me tell you like this: if we did a scam together, all right, me and this one, I'm putting this out there. Don't nobody look at me like I'm some type of scam dude. All right, putting it out there. We did a scam together, and we came up. Let's just say we came up on $100,000. $100,000 life changing money. All right? $100,000. All right. And now somebody got to take the blame for it. If she take the blame and get 2 years, I'm waiting for her. I ain't messing around with nobody else.
2 years, I could see that's not a whole lot of time. Like, she ain't doing no football numbers or nothing like that. So I get that. But the disrespect here, like, everybody is cracking up in the comments. He said the ride was too long. He got the woman wearing. Why would you want to wear
I'll be up there to see her every month. I make sure that she ain't got to worry about. Okay, am I supposed to be there every week for 2 years?
That's what these women.
I don't know how this goes because this is not me. I'm just letting you know. This ain't me. I'm just letting you know. I'll make sure that she got enough money.
I went every weekend. It was like
I'll make sure that she got enough money on her books, and I heard they can video call now. So I make sure she got enough money that she can do all that.
Not every person can video call. Like, I think when you in the feds or something like that, but if you in the county, I don't know if you can video call. I don't know. But if that was the circumstance, you would be putting the money on the books. I heard these text video call packages run you like $500.
Yeah, well, I mean, we $100,000 up, so
you
I'm not gonna sit there and tell you that we gonna have a whole $100,000. We probably, by the time she get arrested, we probably only got 20 left. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm here to keep it real. We didn't try to make an investment somewhere and did something, and we got a little something, but it costs us more than what we thought.
Okay, so if it was 2 years and she did a bid for you, you would be waiting, and that's where the betrayal comes in. Like, she took this time for you. Ladies, lesson learned: don't be taking no time for no man. That's number one. And number two, men, don't be waiting. This wasn't no football number type bid. It wasn't 10 years. He couldn't even wait 2 years. In 2 years, he told
10,
he
10
he had
years.
he had a mental funeral. Put a woman in your apartment and in your clothes. And I'm looking at the woman like, who wants to wear somebody's dead girlfriend's clothes? What kind of bitch is you?
Yo, let me tell you something. These women nowadays.
Was it designer? Was it designer clothes?
But nowadays they doing everything. Like I done seen girls be excited to sleep with a dude in the trap house. Like,
Oh my god! Not on the mattress in the trap house, child.
ain't no mattress in that trap house. It's a couch, and it's one of them couches that take all your change out your pocket because the sink's so low. No damn mattress and no good. They in that couch,
I
but they
know
want to
that.
be with their man all day, every day.
Child, Live Through Me said dudes don't even wait for a girl to get off her period, let alone do a bid.
First of all, I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you as a man who has ran red lights. Anybody worried about no damn period? All right, just here to tell you. If you are married, you have ran red lights, and if you married and you ain't red lights, then that ain't the woman for you. I'm just here to let you know, that ain't the woman for you.
And who, like, it's 2024. Majority of women, I don't even think they having periods. Like, don't y'all got IUDs and stuff? And if you are having one, if you have an IUD, it's not a lot. It's not a lot. It's not like you running a red light. You more like running a yellow light. You just
Look
going
at you
through yellow
softening the blow. Some yellow light. Look at you softening the blow.
light. You
Babe,
just
it's
running-
only a yellow light tonight. Like,
you're just
yo,
speeding.
look at you.
You're just speeding through a yellow light before it turns red. That's it. It's
Yo,
2024.
it's 2025 now. So,
Oh,
that is
2025.
crazy. Yeah, it's 2025 now. And people, and listen, you talk about something, it's only a yellow light. People got mad at me when I told them that the TLC song was about the goddamn
The
the
red
menstrual
light
cycle.
special.
Right.
That's what it's about.
See how you just knew exactly what song I was talking about?
I mean, it was kind of obvious. What else? What else could it be? Don't go chasing waterfalls. It had to be. And I
Yo,
agree. How you say her name? Is it Tavi? She said the new woman should be
no,
side eye.
Tavai. That's
Tavai.
Tavai.
I agree.
Yeah,
That
I messed her name up one day. I was on the show drinking, and I called her everything but Tavai. I know she wanted to
Tavai.
strangle me that day. I know she
I
did.
agree. I'm side eyeing as well. Like you
Sweet
moving
love's in the
to.
house.
Yeah, I'm not moving into no dead girlfriend's apartment. I'm not wearing the dead girlfriend clothes. Like none of this makes sense, and you going along with it. I agree. I'm side eyeing her already. I'm already side eyeing her for real. Like
Mm,
it's crazy.
yeah, Tavai. Shout out to
Some,
Sweet Love. That's Sweet Love TMA Tavai in the building. The T and TMA. Sweet Love.
yeah. And Summer's Finest said maybe her clothes was better. Now I'm side eyeing you, Summer's Finest.
Hey, now see, now you see how she's softening the blow. And y'all think I just be BSing. You see how she's softening the blow?
Yeah. He moved very fast in 2 years. It makes you think that this woman was already around before she went to jail.
I mean, that
But
might be true, but the fact that you ain't get rid of the clothes, and then you could have put the clothes in boxes and put them to the side.
lesson learned here, ladies. Don't take the charges. He's not going to wait for you unless you're
Sure
D.
ain't.
D said he would wait, but it sounds like D only waiting if whatever y'all did got some money in his pocket. So
That's it. You you can't just tell me you wouldn't stab Keisha and you might got to do 6 years. Then I'm out. You shouldn't have stabbed Keisha anyway. You probably stabbed Keisha because he was with your baby father. No, I ain't. All y'all need to go to jail.
but
Nothing
if
wrong
it
with you.
was charges she was taking for you that didn't result in y'all didn't rob a bank and there's money that you hide, and if she just took a charge for you because you had some paraphernalia on you or something. You ain't waiting. It's only if it's 100K or
No,
better
I
on the
don't live.
line.
Let me get this out the way to everybody. I don't live that type of life. All right. I'm 30. I'm 39 years old. I have not had no cuffs on me. The conversation I've had with police in my life have all been mutual. Okay. I don't live that type of life. I'm just here to let you know that's not the life I live. So that wouldn't be happening while you were with me.
Good man. That's a good man, Savannah. But yeah, like, so a lesson learned again, ladies. Don't take the charges. Don't take the charges. And that don't mean you got to tell a snitch on them either. Just, I don't know nothing. That's all it is. I don't
Amen.
know nothing. Speak to my lawyer. That's it. But
That's
don't
all.
take them charges because they clearly ain't waiting. And then they're going to move a woman in and she going to be wearing your clothes, child.
Wearing your clothes.
Don't take the charges.
They wearing the Dolce and Cabana. You understand me? Just want to let you know. All right. Now, so let's get to this next letter. All right. Dear Side Jawn, need some advice. My husband and I have been married for 10 years, now have a blended family. I had two from a previous relationship, and so does he. We have one child together, so it's 5 kids. Ooh, I'm already nervous. All right. Now, I love my husband dearly. Overall, he's a good man. He's family oriented. He works. He doesn't hang out in the streets. He helps with the bills. Very affectionate, etc., etc. Jumping straight to the point. Any married couple, oh, hold on. Any married couple knows. Where was it? Any married couple knows when the vibe is off, especially if you are married, and especially if you've been married for 10 years or more. I find myself going through his phone occasionally. Every time I've gone through the phone, I've always found something hurtful. He talks and flirts with other women through text, social media. This has happened a number of times with different women and with different women. Personally, I feel I feel any communication with the opposite sex for a long period of time can turn into something more. I agree. Not to mention he's a photographer, so that has a lot to do with the one-on-one time and the many women. I've asked him about what I saw on the and expressed my feelings, but then he discards my feelings and gets mad about it and the fact that I've gone through his phone. Then he brings up every time he has done for me and our family, no matter how many years it's been, I can't get over it. Some days I love him and we get along great, and other days I just get annoyed with him and just being there. Lord forgive me. At times I feel like I'm not enough, but he repeatedly tells me that I am while apologizing for his wrongdoing. But then again, it's a feeling that I just can't shake. I feel as if I'm always have to wonder and feeling I feel as if I'm always will have to wonder and feeling of his actions outside of our marriage.
Mm.
Some days we have small arguments about my mood swings, but I like to mention it's a reoccurring feeling that I just can't shake. So my question is, what do I do? Do I have a trust issue? Is there such thing as invading spouse privacy? What can help my situation? Please help me.
Well, I'm gonna say first off, if you go looking for something, you're gonna find what you're looking for. So I'm not in agreement with looking through anybody's phone, looking through their laptop. I don't do none of that. I don't. I don't look through I don't look through my husband's stuff. Your relationship has to be built on trust. And at this point, like, let me just live in my bliss. Like, that's where I'm at with it. Just let me live in my bliss. But I don't go checking and looking. I don't do none of that. And I see that's what he's saying on Instagram too. It says stop going through the phone if you're going to stay. But yeah, I don't do that. I agree. It will cause emotional cheating, which is worse cheating. It is. That's why men can't handle when women cheat because they know it's more likely emotional. That means somebody may get taken. I don't do that. Do you do that? You look through phones and stuff?
Oh yeah, I look through phones. Patterns is fucked up. I look through phones. I'm letting you know. Yeah, patterns
Really?
is fucked up. I'm looking through a phone. Most definitely. Most
Wow. I
definitely.
just never I've
If
never
you work
I've
at
never done that.
if you work at the here's this. If you work at the bank and you come home at 10 o'clock at night, something ain't right. Now
You
it ain't
can't
the first.
feel it on the
It ain't the
money?
first miss. It ain't the first mispattern situation. Is you know a continuance of mispattern situation. That's what it is. It ain't the first one. I'm just letting you know. It's a continuance with me. Like I watch a lot of cop shows. So I'm watching you damn near like a detective. I'm just letting you know. I don't put my feelings, my heart out there to you. No.
But that becomes a full-time second job to be worrying about what someone's doing. For me, it's like whatever's done in the dark will come to the light eventually. So I've just never been the type of person to go looking through the phone and I don't even know. Maybe I'm just so self-absorbed. I'm only into what's going on with me. I probably wouldn't even notice patterns changing. Like, but I don't know. Like, I just have never been that type. So you've gone through the phone, you, and then on top of that, too, just listening. He's a photographer. My husband does that too. I'm the creative director. Wherever the fuck you going to take pictures, I'm going to. But I mean, and it
I
had
like
me
that.
thinking. It just had me thinking, what type of photography is he doing? Like, what is he doing? Boudoir shoots? The fuck is he?
You
Is
know
he
how
doing
to,
pictures for the strippers or something? I mean, most of my husband's
you
pictures
know
is
how the
like
game go. Them OnlyFans
family
models
oriented.
need photographers. And there's a lot of photographers out there, they'll do a 40 for 40, 40 shots for $40.
Right. I'm
And
gonna be right there directing the shoot, helping him put the set together, boo. We gonna make sure her
right.
pictures are fierce together.
But it's 5 kids at the house.
Oh, so your studio is in the basement then. That's what it is. But no,
That's
I
what
don't
it
know.
is.
My husband hasn't had any type of those type of photo shoots, but I was just wondering what kind of photo shoots does
You
this
got
man
then you
do?
got them then you got them pregnant women. Now all of a sudden they want to take these naked pregnant pictures. All right. I'm just here to tell you, this is what's going down. This ain't like back in the day going to the mall to get those mall pictures back in the day. This ain't them joints for like $13. No, these people be wanting all this extra type pictures. Oh, I got pictures taken, and I was holding my belly, and I was pregnant, and yeah.
Listen, I just when the
And
trust
the
is
fact
gone.
that you the creative director, you better go get you some spray baby oil or something, because you gonna have to lotion them girls up. You ain't letting him do it, so
No.
somebody gonna have to spray him down. You better get you some spray
Yeah,
baby
I
oil or
mean,
something.
we haven't gotten to that. Like most of his shoot has been like holiday pictures, family oriented. He's worked for like the dance studios in the area when they need the pictures for, like for the ballerinas and stuff like that. I haven't experienced where he's doing a stripper's shoot or even a maternity shoot yet. It's all been more family oriented. So it just was a question like, what kind of pictures does he take that she's worried about that? Um, listen, I just feel like for the person that wrote the letter, partially it's self confidence in yourself and believing because you can call me naive, call me knave. That's what my grandma used to say. But I just feel like I'm the best thing since sliced bread. Like if he cheating on me, he losing out. You know, like
You're
you're losing out. So I just don't put myself in that position to be checking. So partially it's your own self-confidence and knowing your own worth. And then also if you're going to look through the phone, like they said, are you willing to leave once you find something? Because if you're going to stay, then why are you checking the phone? Because now, if there's trust broken, that's hard to get back. And then it lives in your head. You're the one that are constantly worried about or checking, or that takes on a life of its own to have to worry about what someone's doing all the time. And that's just not a good way to live, in my opinion. It's just not. And I
I
know
got it
that
too.
for myself. If I catch someone cheating, I'm gonna leave, because that when we talked about that, I'm not all here. So first of all, I'm gonna lose my mind if I do catch you cheating, and I can't stay, because I don't want to live that life of what is he doing, where is he going, who is he with. Well, I gotta check his phone, I gotta be checking his pockets. Like I got two toddlers. I don't have time for that shit. So I just can't take on that type of negative energy. I
Now I'm
just
gonna tell
can't.
you, I got a homie, right? His girl, his girl was cheating. He's seen, the entertainment that she was expressing to this other guy. The other guy was a mechanic. Her car was messed up, right?
Mhm.
Car was messed up, needed some work. I think it was a wheel alignment. Not even sure exactly what it was, but it needed some work. I told him, I said, I don't think you should say nothing to her because you went through her phone. If that car gets fixed, then you know she did something.
How do you know that? She didn't pay for it?
If that guy, this is what I told because they live together. I said, if that car gets fixed, then you know she did something. She talking to the mechanic, giving him all this. If she ain't doing nothing good enough for that car to get fixed, they ain't doing nothing.
Now that's the other part to it, because we talked about how I'm from an old-fashioned culture of a marriage. If something's wrong with my car, my husband should be taking care of that. The man that I
But
live
that
with
wasn't that
should be
wasn't they
taking care
wasn't
of that.
husband. They was living together.
So what? If we're living together, you're my man. If I need air in my tire, or wheel alignment, or oil change, why aren't you taking my car to do that? So you left yourself open for that. Sorry. You
Well, it
left yourself
never.
open for
And
that.
I'm gonna tell you what ended up happening. All right, you ain't let me finish the story. I'll tell you what ended up happening. The car never got fixed. The conversations with her and the guy stopped.
Did he tell her that he saw it? That he looked in the phone?
No, he ain't never
No.
tell her. And it was hard for him because I was like, because he kept asking me, he was like, yo, how do you have this information stored and then don't say nothing to the women that you with about it? I said, because if you tell them that you went through the phone, what's the first thing they gonna do? I'm gonna delete everything in my phone and go back home. Now how you gonna know if they cheat?
Yeah. So he just left.
He like,
I'm still
he like,
stuck on the
I
car
ain't even
never
think
got
about it
fixed.
like that. I said, you're not gonna think about it like that. That's why you don't tell them that you went through the phone.
I'm still stuck on the car never got fixed. So he ain't never take the wheels to get a line.
No, he did. But I'm just
I
saying, she
never
never got
said.
the car. He did take the car to go get fixed up.
And that's what it should have happened from the beginning. Then we wouldn't even
They
have been
should have.
talking about it.
They should have. But he did take the car to go get fixed, and he did, and they worked on their situation. They didn't get married, but they still got pretty good communication to this day. But that was the thing that he was saying. He was like, "Oh, that car ain't get fixed." Like, no, if she didn't fix the car, then ain't nothing happened with them two.
I'm
The,
never
the,
checking the
the least
phone.
that motherfucker do after to get some, ain't no girl throwing no cat with the fucked up car, and they ain't getting it fixed, and they throwing cat to a mechanic.
Gotta get them wheels aligned. Gotta align something else. Yeah.
Right. That mechanic should be there rotating tires and catching cat at the same time. That's what
But
he should be
see,
doing.
and I'm old fashioned in that way. Like if my car need a car wash, if it need gas, if it need air in the tires, all of that should be handled by my man. I don't even want to talk to a mechanic.
I agree with you on that. And me, I would just be then dropped it off.
Yeah. So back to the letter that was written though. I mean, at this point, you've looked through the phone, you've obviously found something that would lead you to believe that there's something going on outside of the home. So it's at this point, you have to make the decision. Are you going to trust in this man and stay with him? But you can't torture the man either, where you're going to police micromanage his entire life because there's a trust issue now. It's either you're gonna stay and trust, or you're gonna have to leave. And again, I just, have that self-confidence in yourself and know your worth. You don't have to deal with that. I know there's children involved now. I'm not a fan of staying to make it work for the kids. To me, that's just an excuse. Your children at the end of the day want you happy. And I'm sure that you're not your best if you're constantly worried about what someone else is doing. So you have to make that decision. Are you going to trust and stay, or are you going to leave?
I can't even sit here and say that, you trying to make it work for the kids. You ain't make it work for the first set of kids. What the fuck would you worry about the kids for now?
Yeah, I mean, there's more children involved now, and you said they have a child together, right? Too.
Yeah,
They
they
have
got
a
one child
child.
together, so it's five. There's 5 kids now.
Okay.
That
I
house
mean,
during the
you added
holidays,
another more to
sure.
the mix. So, women say that a lot. Oh, they're staying for the children. You want them all raised in the same house. Men do that too. They don't want another man around their kids, yada yada yada.
No,
So
that is so. Oh Lord,
what?
could you imagine you picking up your child, do another man? What?
Yeah, a lot of men
You
don't
like
want
we
to.
sitting here like we sitting here talking about how that girl brought the kid over there with the pajamas, right? Could you imagine your child being sitting on another man's lap next to your baby mom, taking pictures for the holidays? She.
So that's the type of thing men should think about when they are cheating on their child's mother, or if they're stepping outside of it. Those are the things that you have to think about. Do you want to mess up your home and your child be sitting on another man's lap for Christmas in matching pajamas? That's the things you have to think about.
You go over the house. Oh man, that's terrible. That's terrible.
And I agree, Latoya, it does go both ways, right? Like, even with the man, if you going through the woman's phone and you find something or she's cheating, it still comes back. I'm 10 toes down with live through me. If you're looking through the phone, if you find something, are you leaving? Because if you're not, then why are you going through the phone? So
So you
same
so
way.
if you find something you don't want no explanation, like you married now. You married now. This ain't no boyfriend and girlfriend or baby father. I mean, I'm out. Like you're married now. There's paperwork involved. You got to go through a divorce. Now, you willing to go through a divorce, or you willing to say, let's go get marriage counseling and see where we go from there? And if it doesn't work out, then we'll get a divorce. Like, what steps are you willing to go through? Because obviously, you was willing to go through a $10,000 wed, but you can't go through $126 marriage counseling.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't look through the phone. But if I look through the phone and I find something, I'm not gonna keep it to myself. All hell's gonna break loose. And I'm not even gonna believe your explanation. I went through this already. With my first marriage, I went through all of that, finding condoms in the pocket. On our wedding day, I found a bracelet in the cup holder of his car, and he's telling me that the bracelet that I saw was a piece of the stripper's outfit from his bachelor party that she took and gave to him. What the fuck do I look like? Exactly. I've been there, done that, and there was no need for me to stay because the trust was broken. I'm never going to trust you again. Now, we can try counseling depending on, like, in that marriage, it wasn't worth for me to stay or try counseling. Say in my marriage now, I would go to counseling, but if I don't come out of counseling trusting you, if I don't gain that trust back, I cannot stay. I refuse to take on that type of worry all the time of what you're doing, where you're doing it, and who you're doing it with. I can't take that on. You still stuck on the stripper part? Yes, I had his car the day before our wedding, the whole day, because I had to go get my dress. We had wedding rehearsal. He had his bachelor party the night before the wedding. I had mine a week before, and my shit was lit. He made my life a living hell because I had the best bachelor. Anybody that's on here that went to my bachelor party know it was one of the most lit parties I've ever been to. He was hating, but he and made my life a living hell the next day after the hangover. But yes, I had his car the day before. He
What
had
time
his
did you wake up
bachelor.
after the hangover? What time did you wake up after the hangover?
He woke
Was the
me up
sun
out
still
my
out?
sleep. He woke me
Was the
up
sun
out
still?
my sleep. Yes, sun was up. He woke me up out my sleep because his girl, like his groomsman girlfriend came to my bachelorette party. Shit was lit. I had male and female strippers. It was out of control, and they told on me. He woke me up out my sleep with my hangover in my face, yelling and upset because I had such a great bachelorette party. But yeah, he had his bachelor party the night before the wedding. I had the car. He made up some lame excuse that they were hanging out afterwards, after the bachelor party. They were going to Hoboken or some shit he said. So that bracelet was not in the car the whole day because I had it. The next day, after our wedding, after our reception, we're on our way home. And I go to look for change for the toll in the cup holder, and there's a bracelet there that
Oh
wasn't there the
shit!
day
Not to
before.
change for the toe, Lord. The couple. And
And
he
he's
had the
trying to tell me
bracelet right there. Oh,
And
I
he's
thought it was
trying
in
to
the
tell me
whole time.
that
I'm thinking it's in the glove compartment.
no,
Oh,
right there in the cup holder. And he's trying to tell me that that was a piece off of the stripper's outfit. I knew then. Like I started not to even send the certificate off. Like it would have just been like we had a wedding, but we're not married. And I was gonna call the
look at
church and
you.
tell them, don't send it off.
You
And he
over there
begged.
doing Yandy. Look at you doing the Yandy Smith over there.
I was about to, and he begged me not to. But just months after that, of just not wanting to come home, staying out all night, finding condoms in the pocket, all of that stuff. Like I just lived through me saying he should have had easy pass. He sure should have. He sure should have. So I didn't go looking for stuff. It was just falling in my lap. That's why I said what's done in the dark always comes to the light. Bottom
It
line.
does
So
always come to like, you know what?
I don't go
You're
searching
absolutely
for
right
it.
about that. Because
I don't go searching for it.
even the stuff that I did find, a little later it came to the light.
Yeah. So it will always
A
come
little
to
later.
the light. That's why I'm never going to look for it. I was saying this marriage now, we've built so much together. We have children together. Um, I might try counseling. I ain't even gonna tell you 100%. It depends on what I find and what's happening or what falls in my lap because I don't look through his phone. I never have, I never will. But it depends on what falls in my lap, the level of disrespect that comes with it, and then we can go from there. But I'm
I
just
would have to say
I'm not
this
all
time around.
here. We know this. I'm not all here. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm crazy as fuck. If I find some shit or something fall in my lap, it's going left. You might not want to be with me after I take you through the hell that I'm going to take you through. So it's like I just know myself well enough that
Leave us alone, y'all. Don't let y'all know that. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. Only thing I want to say is if this goes around, comes back around, like my second time around, then I'll make sure before I get married, I'll go to counseling.
that's a good idea. I would
Yeah,
agree with that.
that's what I'll make sure. I just want to get the stars aligned the right way.
Yeah.
That's what I
But
look at it.
I hope we get a recap from the letter that you got on what decisions that the person wrote the letter are going to make. Are you going to trust and stay? Are you going to try counseling, or are
I
you
think
going to?
I'm with the counseling. Like I
Okay,
said, you spent at the least $5,000 on that wedding. You can pay for $126 of counseling.
so
That's how I feel.
yeah, you're with the counseling. They can try it, but I don't see it. If there's no trust, it's not going to work. So
it's not gonna work.
hopefully you can build that trust back up in counseling. Not sure what you found in the phone, but if it's not something that you
And
feel that
another
you
thing
can get over.
from Reality Recap, you need to start being the corrective. What you say? You're the corrective director,
Director.
creative director. I'm sorry, that's what you
Yes.
need to be.
Yeah.
If he out there with them girls doing all that, you need to be lotioning their ass up. Go ahead, get you some spray lotion.
Yeah, because I ain't
Get it
gonna never
together.
stand between you and your bag. If that's what we doing, if we
Right.
if we doing OnlyFans and strippers, if that's that's the pictures that we taking.
If
Cool, I'm right
that's our
there.
audience, then shit, it
Rubbing,
is what it is.
I'm putting
They
oil
come to the house
everywhere.
on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's all. Tuesdays and Thursdays.
I'm putting oil everywhere. That's what we doing. We gonna get to this bag, but then that's what's going down.
Fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Jesus. Tori, we gotta get you. Tori, you gotta get your new phone. Tori, they gotta fix your phone immediately. Tori.
Trying to tell you. That's cool. We can shoot whatever kind of shoot you want to do, but I'm the creative director on all the sets.
Y'all heard Nessa. Y'all heard what she said. Ain't nothing getting by her, and she ain't got it all there. Me personally, I go through stuff. I hold it in. I hold it in like cards. I'm holding it in. I ain't throwing out that big joker yet. Hold on. I need to see how the board is played. You don't throw out the big joker on the first hand.
You got a good poker face. I don't.
Oh, I got a real good poker face. My poker
I'm
face.
flashing and
Listen,
thrashing. My whole
my
mood
poker
change.
face
I
is
cannot hide it.
my poker face is deadly. I make you think that the same thing going through me. Ain't nothing changed. And my poker face is deadly.
I
It's
can't do
almost
it.
robotic. It's almost robotic. It's terrible.
See, I wish I had that type of composure. But this Sagittarius right here is all over my face. It's going down.
I dated a Sagittarius and cheated on her, and she woke my ass up in the middle of the night, and she had 2 knives on her.
I'll tell you what I just say, slashing and thrashing.
She had 2 knives on. She ain't stabbed me, but if I ain't say the right shit, I was going. That's what I'm just like, if I ain't say the right, I'm just going down. That's all I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah.
I don't know how I got out of that. All I just kept thinking was, I got to get out this house. That's all I kept saying to myself.
Immediately. I
I
be
got to
telling
get
my
out this house.
husband that, like, you think that, say we do divorce, not over cheating or anything, or we go separate, like, you think you're gonna be able to have a happy relationship with somebody else, and I'm your child's mother? He better off just staying at this point. It's going down. Pray for him.
I don't know what he's gonna do, but I pray for him. I pray for
Pray
him. That's all
for
I'm
him.
saying. And once he get his OnlyFans photography going, I pray that you take all the oil up situations carefully. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, and Latoya, that's true. You can see what you see, believe it for what you see, and move accordingly. That was more D that said that he would want clarification and ask questions. Me, I said I'm shooting first, and I ain't never asking no questions. If I
I
see it,
don't
I'm
never get the
moving.
right. Let me just get this up. I don't never get the right answer. So
That's the
I might as
thing.
well start moving the court. I don't never get the right answer.
That's the thing. Like you're never gonna know for sure. That's just what they're telling you.
No, no,
You're
no.
never gonna
I
show
know
for
it
sure.
happened. I know it happened, and I already and to this day, some of these women don't know. But I know what happened. But I ain't never getting the right answer.
Yeah. So that's why it's either you gotta make the choice. If you go through it, what you gonna do with that information if you find something? Ask yourself that before you go through it.
All right, this is my last thing I'm gonna ask. Since you and Tori here, and I'm gonna ask y'all this. Now I was asked this. I had this conversation on New Year's with my sister, but my sister kind of thinks like me. She's been around me for a while, so I gotta ask other people. Is misheld information considered a lie?
Yes,
See, I don't believe that.
I do. Misheld information, especially in a marriage, communication is key. So you withholding information from me is the same as lying. Someone's fine said no, but
Yeah, I
I
agree with some of them.
withheld information, and I mean, depends on what it is too. But withholding, I just feel like in a marriage, there's certain moves that you don't make without having a conversation with your spouse to begin with, and that when it becomes, when it's financial, when it
Tori
affects the
said yes
other
and
person.
no.
Yeah, like if it affects the other person, if it's small things, fine. But if there's a potential that it can affect your spouse or the person that you're in a relationship with, I personally don't make life decision moves, financial moves. Hell, I don't even pick the Christmas pajamas without talking to my husband first. So I expect the same from him. Um, Not to say that I always get it. I think that I tell him all the time his communication sucks too. But
It's the
I just
Leo thing. It's the Leo thing. He 812, baby. 812, baby. It's a
yeah.
Leo thing, baby.
But
Everything ain't meant for you to fucking know. That's what it is. Like, you don't need to know all that shit.
it don't have to be every little thing, but if it could possibly affect your spouse or the person you're in a relationship, I just wouldn't make a move without having that conversation. So if you're withholding things that later down the line are gonna impact me or I'm gonna find out anyway, I'm gonna have an issue with that. And it's gonna affect me as if you lied to me.
So, okay. All right. I don't want to put this on him. I don't want you thinking about him with a side eye. But but let's say there's a videographer job out there,
Mhm.
but it's for him to do porn.
If
I'm
you
putting it out there. Just putting it out there. I'm putting it out. Do not look at him with no side eye. Just putting it out there. But coming home to tell you is kind of a questionable situation. Like,
listen, if he
and it's
steps
paying
out
now,
this
mind you,
house,
this porn is paying the bills. Just want to let you know that porn paying the bills. You ain't really got to work. You work 3 days a week now.
listen, if he walks out this house to to film porn without telling me, it's gonna be a problem. It would
Oh,
be better if he has the conversation with me and say, "Babe, I got this job opportunity. This is what it is, but it's paying this." Then I'm going to oil up the girls because, like, like there's no issue with him doing it. The issue is you not telling me. It would be a better situation for you to be the one to tell me than I'm on Pornhub and you come up in the credits. Okay? That is gonna be the problem there. So I just think that
oh, yo, Pornhub. He come up in the credits. Yo, I
like
never read the credit. I never read the credits either. That's the fucked up part on porn. I never read the
like
credits.
yeah, like I mean, I don't always read the credits either, but if you see a star that you like and you're looking, oh, what's her name? So I can look her up again or something like that, then yeah. So it would be better for you to just have the conversation. I'm never gonna stop your bag if it's bringing money in this house. But if you walk out of here and don't tell me and I find out another way, like I said, it's gonna affect me the same as you lied to me. So he might as well just be honest with me.
She said,
Summer's
not the
Finer
lube.
said, she said, I'm on answering the questions you ask. Ask better questions.
I'm with the
Well,
see. Here's someone finding. She must be a Leo. Actually, she a Leo. I swear to God, that is my shit. If you ask me, hey, where you at? I'm in the hood. Bam. That's it. That's all it is. that's that's it. That's all it is.
yeah. And she said, what information are we holding back though? If I tell you all my business, what will I have for myself? And she's a Taurus. She said she's a Taurus. She said, I'll help him on set. We doing porn as a team. I'm the assistant. Exactly. Like that's the thing. Like sometimes
She's a
men
bull dagger.
withhold.
Shout out to some of the bull dagger. Bull
Yeah,
dagger.
like don't don't make the decision for me of what I can handle and what I should know and what I should not know. If you share, most of the time you probably wouldn't even get the reaction that you think that you're going to get. Be honest. Just be
I'm
honest.
gonna tell you.
Just keep it
I'm gonna
100.
tell you one of the biggest reactions that I get single, not in a relationship, but talking to other women. One of the biggest things I get is these two phones. These two phones start a lot of conversation. Exactly. Two phones. Two phones start a lot of conversation. Why you got two phones? So is one for one hoe, one for another hoe? You a dope dealer? No. Then I start to get like that Chinese lady. You gonna pay my bill?
That part.
You ain't paying my bill. Don't worry about why I got two phones. You ain't paying my bill.
Yeah. And I
And
mean,
to be technical, I got three phones.
and I have two phones strictly because one phone is just for the reality recap social medias and things like that. Like with all the notifications that be coming through, I try to keep that separate from my personal. And I also am trying to build my business credit. I have an LLC for reality recap. I'm trying to build the business credit. So the one phone is
Preach.
in the business name. So I did that to start building that business credit. So my landlord liked my boyfriend. I tried to get him to sleep with her for free rent, but he wouldn't. I'm saying no.
She gonna say I
We
was
got a
down for it. Look
different
at you,
boyfriend out there.
co-signing. She over there co-signing, rubbing his back. Come on, babe. We ain't paying rent this month. Fuck her.
Good.
Like
We got to the
do her,
kiss.
do her with that swirl shit you do on me. Do her, give her all that.
Exactly. I agree with Latoya, and that's exactly what I was trying to say. Most time, women get upset because you take the choice away. If you communicate, you're not always going to get rah, rah, rah. Like, just communicate. If you take that choice away from them, if they have to find out last minute or through someone else than the person that they lay their head next to, that's where the betrayal comes in. I even say that with men that want to date multiple women. Like, if you want to date multiple women, then just be honest about that. Women have big egos too. Like, it's not just men. We have big egos too. And if you tell me we're dating, but you're dating other women, sometimes women might be into that and say, oh, well, I'm going to win him over. I'm going to show him I'm best. They're not going to always just walk away. So if that's what your end game is, because most of the time we're more hurt about the lying and making me feel like I'm the only one if I'm not. Just keep it 100. You'll be a better player. Trust me.
I've learned in
Try
my
it.
lifetime that you cannot be 100% honest. You will hurt a lot of people.
You hurt them more if you're not honest and they find out anyway. So keep it 100.
Well,
That's
you
just
ain't
my
you're
two
not you're
cents.
not honest. You just misheard that information. Like if you know what I mean. Like let's just say she cooks some meatloaf. I like meatloaf. She cooks some meatloaf and shit. You
You
know what I
always
mean.
talk
And
about
then
some
next thing,
meatloaf.
right, and then next thing you know, so next thing you know, with the whole meatloaf situation, she swear her meatloaf was real good. I told her meatloaf was good. I didn't tell her it was real good. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. So now she think it's the best meatloaf I've had. No, I didn't say that. I just said it was alright. That's all I said.
I just think keep it 100 and say your meatloaf is good, but I like it with a little bit more. I like mine with barbecue sauce on top, not ketchup. Oh, your meatloaf is good, but add a little stovetop stuff and breadcrumbs to it next time. It'll be fire. Keep it 100.
Mm. And I don't like. I'm not a huge fan of the ketchup. I actually like the gravy. Put that out there for the women that are
I
coming to the
like
show.
barbecue sauce on mine.
She like barbecue sauce on hers. When you make her meatloaf, you make sure you make hers with barbecue sauce. I like gravy. All right, with mashed potatoes and string beans. Thank you very much. I
I
take
know
collard
that's
greens
right.
or cabbage as a substitute.
And I
I
like
just have like
vinegar
that.
on my string beans, okay?
I don't like no vinegar on my string beans. She sound like she eat pig feet as a side. I'm like just vinegar on shit. Listen, she sound like she eat pig feet once a week or something like that. Nah, I'm cool. I'm all right. Start calling her Nessa with the Trotters.
I'm trying to tell you, my family from down south. Like I like a little vinegar
Vinegar
on my
on her
string beans.
string beans?
Yes.
No, nigga, no.
No. But moral of the story is keep it 100. You get further. Men, trust me, I know more about women than you do. So trust me, keep it 100. If you want to date multiple women, just keep it 100 and see, and just try it and see how far you get and see if anybody actually leaves.
Look, she gonna say I'm making when the women come with food, then a balloon.
You got to try the meatloaf. We got to do an in-person dating show where they all bring meatloaf, Tori, and see who
Anybody know that
best
damn meatloaf, man? Come on, anybody? It's gonna be terrible. That shit.
So y'all get on Pinterest and look up the best meatloaf recipe for Mike ID so we can get this dating game going.
Anybody know that damn meatloaf?
You just
Now,
gotta
any
try
final words you
it.
got? Any final words you got? Anybody know that meatloaf?
Only final words I have is reality recap. We've been on a break the last 2 weeks. We had all the reality shows, have most of them anyway, have been on breaks, but we getting back into it this week. Housewives are back on. I got a lot to say about Bell Collective, the reunion, Love and Marriage Huntsville. We're going to catch up and have a good week. So y'all look out for my lives and my recorded shows. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, reality_recap. It's the new year and we're going to keep growing. So I appreciate it. We reached 29,000 followers on Facebook this week. I appreciate all the support, guys. Instagram's still growing. So new year. And, less announcements, more results. Let's get to it.
Shit, straight like that. That's all we gonna do.